fam, Mince here to bring you a clip on how to use the describe command in Midjourney. The assumption is that you already have some experience with using the imagine prompts. You might have watched Turtle's video or attended the keys training last week. I'm going to share a couple of ways that I've used the describe to help me get some pretty awesome results. So on the left here, you see the Valhalla NFT. It has this dope pink pill, and I want to commission Midjourney to create its interpretation of this Valhalla NFT. And you can see the results are pretty stunning. One note is that I did add this pink pill in via Photoshop. So I Photoshopped this in, and I did Photoshop the toxic fluorescent face paint on here. So let's go ahead and dig into Midjourney and open our Discord to see how we did this. And as you can see, I was already playing around with this image a little bit in preparation of this video. So in order to use the describe command, just like with imagine, you start with a slash and then you can type describe, or you can just go ahead and click on the command. Now you'll notice something a little different. When you use imagine, it's asking you for a text prompt. But when you're using describe, you have to input an image. So there's two ways to get your image in. You can browse for it, or you can simply drop and drag it in. I'll go ahead and I'll drop my Valhalla NFT in here. I'll click enter, and we will wait to see what for prompts that Midjourney comes up with for us. And it happened pretty quickly, right? So I want some type of toxic vibe, some type of cyberpunky vibe, and I definitely want my character holding some type of pill. So let's see what we came up with here. And you know what? Here's a male character having a blue pill with two green pills. I don't really want that. I don't really love any of these. So you can go ahead and just re-roll it. And if you re-roll it, it's going to come up with a bunch of other ones. So I re-rolled this several times before, and what I found was this one with a man holding a purple pill in the style of cyberpunk. So I went ahead and I just clicked on 2, and when I clicked on 2, then it's going to create 4 images, very similar if you had used imagine prompt. So I'm going to click on those, and you'll see it's going to come up with the prompt. Now you have the option to copy and paste this in imagine prompt, or just hit submit. In this case, I'm just going to hit submit. It's a little easier. And when I hit submit, we'll see what 4 images it comes up with. Add it all. Pretty dope. I don't love any of these. I feel like the one I created just before this video was a little better, especially if I wanted to edit it and put a pink pill in its hand. But the beauty of this is that you can just keep re-rolling it over and over again. So let's say I wanted to make some serious fundamental changes to this. Well, I can just copy this prompt because we already know what Midjourney is thinking. So I can just copy this prompt and I can do an imagine. And let's say I can do an imagine. I can drop this text in here, and let's say I want to put in a new aspect ratio. So I want this to be more of a landscape as opposed to a square. I can do -- AR space 16:9. And let's see what it comes up with. All right, so here you can see it came up with 4 new results also in this landscape orientation. So let's go ahead now and add something else to it. Let's go ahead. I already have it copy and pasted. So I'm going to hit describe, and I'm going to hit imagine prompt, and I'm going to put my AR 16, and there was an easier way to do this, AR 16:9, and then I'm going to use this NIJI, which is something new in Midjourney 5, and NIJI in Japanese means rainbow, and it produces some really cool anime-like results. So let's see what this one comes up with. All right, now I get a completely different anime type style with this NIJI. What if I want to do this same thing, but instead I want it to look more like a photo? So I'm going to go ahead and put imagine, type it in, and then before I do the aspect ratio, I'm going to type award-winning photo. Now let's get a little more specific with our camera. So I just copied and pasted this in from another prompt. So I'm going to type imagine, and then I'm going to drop this in, and then before it, I'm going to drop copy and paste this. I'm going to take award-winning photo out. I'm going to take the 16:9 out and just see what Midjourney has in store for us here. So in this case, I use a Canon EOS R6 50mm lens. And again, we're getting completely different results here. Not sure I love them, but you can see just by throwing different cameras on there, different lenses, there's a million different cameras and lenses that you can apply to your images. So one more that I'm going to try here is I'm going to just copy this and I'm going to try tilt shift, and I've never seen this before. Tilt shift photography, and see what comes up here. Now these results are pretty dope. It's definitely focused on the pill. Tilt shift focuses on a central item and then it blurs everything else out. So I didn't do a great job with the fingers as usual, but some pretty neat results nonetheless. So in addition to toying with the camera lenses, and again, every day they're adding new lenses, new styles, you can, of course, go ahead and just take the prompt and play around with the wording itself. So let's say I wanted a woman holding a green pill and change this to pink. And let's go ahead and see what comes up. And again, some fantastic results. So Describe produces text for you to use in your Imagine prompts and to play with and let your imagination run wild. It also can help you produce images that you can't figure out how to word it. So if you find an image on Google or you have a photo of your own, you can have Midjourney interpret it and then take the text and play with it as well. So I was really struggling to create this selfie here. So I wanted a flamingo taking a selfie with a cell phone. I finally started getting some solid results and I ended up with this. I did have to Photoshop the phone and a back of a phone on there, but other than that, it was pretty much a solid photo ready to use. So I could not get it. I went through so many things trying to get selfies. And so what I did was I dropped an image in from Google with the Describe. So I took Describe and I went and I took my wrong one. I went and took my ladies taking a selfie here and I drop it in and I use the text that it produced to help me create a selfie. So once I had Midjourney describe, interpret what it saw in this photo, I was able to pull in some of the text and some of the verbiage to help me create the photo or the image that I wanted to. So looking at this first one, the key word here was SmileCore. So I found this to be really useful in taking selfies. Also, I found on their cell phone. So I included SmileCore on their cell phone. I came up with this prompt here. And let's see what it comes up with again. I have the flamingo taking a selfie on their cell phone in the style of SmileCore. And I dropped it in. And I did come up with this cool flamingo living his best life on the beach. The last thing you see here is that I didn't address, and I'll do another video with a lot of different commands that you can use. --v space 5 will ensure that it produces version 5 results. And here we go. Let's see what it produced. Not bad. This one's all right. So I would definitely keep re-rolling this, toying with it. But I mean, some pretty cool, high quality photo results here. All right, Keys fam, I hope you enjoyed this video where we discussed describing images. Next time, We will do some work with blending images, image weights, image links, and some advanced lenses. I hope you have a great rest of your day and you can put some of this content to use. Peace out.